Good morning and welcome to the Craft Room. I'm Ellie Barnes. I'm so glad you can join me today here in the Craft Room. We're going to look at a new product today. We're getting ready for our January launch of the new catalogue and the new mini catalogue as we close Christmas off. Yes, we're coming to the end of crafting for Christmas and this is my first project away from that. So let's have a look at what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the product of the month. Now, this is a new concept from Stamping Up. If you spend, now we're talking about Australia here because this is where I'm based. If you spend 125 Australian dollars or more in a single order, you can buy this product for just $9. Now, that's not that hard to do when you think about buying bundles or a suite. And this product is gorgeous. I've been using it yesterday for the first time. I had a little play. I came up with this wonderful birthday Christmas card for a dear friend that's birthday is in early January. And I thought, why not put it all together and show you what I've done? It's a gift card, but it's also a birthday card. It's all in one. So we're going to look at this product of the month. But before we get started, I thought you might like to hear a little bit of a sneak peek of what I'm doing for Christmas. So I'm going to bring out my Christmas, what I'm putting on my Christmas table. Now, we're not having Christmas at my place this year, which is a first in a while. We're going to go to, I'm just bringing these things over. We're going to go to a restaurant, but we are catching up with family this weekend at different locations, different members of the family. I am catching up with some of my siblings and my stepfather and a few people tomorrow. Today we're catching up with some of Bella's cousins, and you would have seen, if you've been looking on my page, the little gift cards in boxes that I've created for them. But going out doesn't mean you can't have a good table. And I just wanted to show you what I've made to put on our Christmas table at the restaurant tomorrow. So I'm going to turn you down to the desk. We'll just go up to this there first. Never does work if I use my left hand. Now this is, they're too big to fit on. If I turn them that way, you'll see some of them. This is what I've made to put on the table. I've actually bought some very plain bonbons. And I pulled off, they had on them a Christmas tree, a sparkly Christmas tree sitting on top in the middle here. Now, I quickly pulled those Christmas trees off and I put my own little labels on. Now, this is using the Traditions of Christmas and very easy. Die cut out this beautiful piece from the Designer Series paper. Die cut out 2 sprigs of the fern and just stuck them on together. And that's turned these bonbons into something special. To go with the bonbons, let's do this. I'll put a couple out. To go with the bonbons on our table, I have made these boxes. Now, we made these in my 12 Days of Christmas, these little boxes, and I have made a box for everyone and it has 3 chocolates in it. So they get bonbons in a box, and the Christmas trees I didn't throw out. I put a sprig and a greeting, and these are going to be going on the presents. We give small gifts to each other. I've got boxes of chocolates and I'm going to wrap them in beautiful paper. I will use the red ribbon and I will use these. And I'm just fortunate. I actually bought these last year and they do match our real red beautifully. So that's my Christmas table. So you don't have to go out and reinvent the wheel. you know, this is just using some bought bonbons with a bit of a decoration on them. Not wasting the little bits. I've made decorations for their chocolates, boxes of chocolates that they get as a gift from us. And they also get a little take-home gift that goes on the table. And so when they arrive, the table will have these on them decorated nicely. So even in a restaurant or a hotel or wherever you're going, you can still make Christmas special. So that's just what we're doing. As for our Christmas at home, which will just be 3 of us this year, I'm going to set the table like I did last year, and that's using paper that's still available. So I will put some pictures of that up again on my page so you can see it. But I just thought I'd share my Christmas with you. Now let's get into this. This is the True Blue Floral Designer Series paper, or DSP. This is what you can get if you spend, now I think this is upside down, it does sort of go a particular way. If you spend $125 or more in one transaction, you can buy this. Now it's only 1 pack per person, so once you've bought your pack, you can't buy another pack, which some people are a bit disappointed about, but I love the idea that every month Stampin' Up is going to bring out a special product, and you can get that product at a cheap rate if you buy something if you spend over $125. So a bundle, some cardstock or envelopes, a glue, maybe some dimensionals, restocking your basics, 1 bundle, and you've probably got enough to get the special product. Now let's have a look at it. I've already jumped into it, but we'll just look at both sides as we go quickly. I will tell you, I'm using that page, and I'm not using that side. I am using this side, and I'm not using that. Oh gosh, they're very similar, aren't they? I quite like that. I like this too, but I'm not using the navy. I've gone with bright. And then there's that side. So the colours here are Balmy Blue, Basic White, and Night of Navy. That's gorgeous. But I haven't used that either. And I haven't used that one. I haven't used these 2 are the only ones I haven't used. I have used this. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. If you can see that. It's rather fine little flowers and leaves. And that's gorgeous too. I like that too. It's very plain and subtle, but it's not really nice on a card. And then there's that side and this side, which I think is the pick of the paper. I love that. It's like old-fashioned wallpaper. So let's jump in and make this card. I'll just put all that aside. What have I got here? I've just grabbed out a few things. I've got some basic white cardstock, thin. I've got some Night of Navy, some Balmy Blue, and I've got 2 pieces of Night of Navy. I don't think I need to. I'm going to pop one up there. Well, let's get started. Take that piece out. Now, I'm going to start by cutting a card front. Normally, our card fronts are 14.8, but I'm trying to do this so that's easier for me. So I'm going to keep it down to 14.5, which is still a fraction, but easier to work with than 0.8. So 14.5 or 14.5 centimetres is the height of my card. Now I haven't cut it in half, as you will have noticed, because I need the full length. And the first fold I'm going to do is at 10. Now these cards, this paper, just to give you an idea, is 29.8 centimetres, which just a bit frustrating when you're trying to make a card. But the way around it is I'm doing the first fold at 10, and the second fold should be 20, but I'm coming back 1 millimetre, so it's 19.9. Now that'll give me a fold this way and this way. I've concertinaed it. Now this side is even, this side is just slightly short, but that's fine. Then I'm going to make it a fancy card. So I'm going to go to the 3rd centimetre on the card. Hold still card. And I'm going to take my cutting blade and cut from 5 to 15. Now that's from the top, and I'm going to do the same at the bottom. 3 centimetres from the bottom, and again it's 5 to 15. And I'm just trying to check because I'm not above it. So we now have those cuts there, and we can fold one back and one forward. So we need to put some extra lines in. We have this one in the middle, but I want to put a line at the top and bottom of these 2 cuts. So if I put it on 15, but it's not quite 15, is it, Ellie? Is it going to be 14? Let's have a look. This is where I mucked it up the first time. So it's probably, this is 5. And this one is just under 15. I think it was looking like about 1 millimetre under. Okay. So now we've done those score lines, we'll put that aside for a minute. We've got that fold. Now I want this folding this way and these folding that way. So I'm just going to push it down how I want it to sit, and hopefully, now I haven't got it 100% right, but it's going to fold into place anyhow. So we'll just use the bone folder. And you can see I got it slightly wrong. It doesn't like the middle fold because it's slightly out. But it's worked nicely. It's sitting nicely, and no one's going to notice my little fold is not quite right there because I'm going to decorate the whole thing. Now, if I'm going to decorate the whole thing, I need to work out my gift card first. So I've got a piece of cardstock here, and I'm going to do my gift card holder in here. And I'm going to make it 21 centimetres long. Now this isn't a whole piece of cardstock, but this, it would be like out to here. But I've already used part of it. But that's okay, because I only need it to be 21 centimetres long. And I want it to be, now I would normally do 10, but because we're a little bit, this is only 10 here, I want it a little bit shorter. I'm going to do it 2 millimetres under 10. So 9.8. And then I'm going to score it at 7. and the next score will be at 14. And I actually then want to cut it off the end bit at 19. So my gift card holder will look like this. So we might just glue those sides down. Now, because it's a little bit narrower than I normally do, I'm just going to try and stay as close to the edge as possible. And let that glue in there. Now, I do have my big block, which I use to put on things as they're drying. So now we've got that done. That's the basis of our card, because that gift card will go here and be hidden by the front. We need to decorate it. So the first thing I want is a piece in here, and a piece here, a piece here. So I'm going to take my blues, I need to get this out of the road. I want to bring in my cutter again. Now for here, I know I need it to be, and this is how I work it out. So if you're following along at home and going, I don't know how to do these things when they're fancy and that, I take my measurement and it's 8 centimetres. It's a little bit over 8 centimetres. That's right, it was going to be 8.5. What have I done wrong? I'm a millimetre out there, so I'm probably a millimetre out somewhere. Okay. That's 3. This is where I measure it all up. That's 3. That's 3. And that's a millimetre out of 8.5. So I want to do, my inner layer will be 8 centimetres long. And I want to fit it in here, and this is 9.9 or 9.8, so I will make it 9.4, so that I'm half a centimetre under. So I want 9.4. Now, is this 9.4? No. I want 9.4 twice. So we'll grab 2 of those, 9.4 and 9.4. And I want it to be, I'll make it 7.5. It was actually 8, wasn't it? It's just over the 8. I'll make it 7.8. It's not as easy as I thought it would be. 7.8. We'll measure as we go. So 7.8. So there I've got pieces that are going to fit here and here. And then I'm going to put a piece in the back there, and I want one for the very back. So hopefully this is long enough. Because I don't think I've got... Have I got any more balmy glue somewhere hiding? Yes. I have a half piece. So it's 14.5 long, so I'm going to want these at 14. Well, I only need one actually at 14, and you'll see why in a minute. And it's 10 wide, so I want this at 9.5. Now that will go on the back here. Now on the front here, 9.5. I'm going to have my gift card sitting here. So I want it to be 3 centimetres, 2.5 centimetres. Is that right? I'm questioning myself now that I've measured it once. 2.5 centimetres, or 2.75 I've said. It's a bit hard to do 2.75. We'll do 2.8. 2.8 and 2.8. I'm going to have to try putting all this together. She laughs. Then, this will make sense when I put it all out. We've got that and that and that. So let's see. And we've got our gift card going there. So now I need these 4. And I know they're 5 centimetres roughly. So we want 4.5 centimetres. And we need them to be 2.75. I've made it. I'll make it 2.7. 1. We need 8 of them. 2. I got 3 out of that. What have we got that's a little piece? This is where you go diving through your scraps. I've got these and that one. So let's see if we make these 2.7. Well, let's cut it. We want it to be 4.5. Will we get 2? And 4.5, yes. And then we'll make it 2.7. So as you can see, I just measure where things are going to go, and I then cut 0.5 centimetre off. Take 0.5 centimetre off, and that's how I get my mat for the card base. So we can cut this. How many have we got? Let's put them on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 3 more. Let's cut 3 more. 1, too short. 2. Is that going to be 4.5? Yes, it is. 3. So the bigger pieces I keep. The smaller pieces, I'll keep that and that. All these little tiny pieces, that's okay. I don't. So let's cut these at 2.7. One. 2. 3. Right, what we might do with all the pieces we've cut, I think I got rid of one big piece that we're going to need that I'd already cut. Did I throw it in here? I did, this piece. What we'll do is we'll start gluing some of these pieces on, and then we'll give us some idea of where we're going. So the first thing we're going to do is glue these squares on. Now, I don't always do it this way. Often I will decorate the pieces of paper first, but I've already done a test run and I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. But sometimes I just do it separate before I actually glue it down in case I want to change my mind how I do things. And in fact, after I made this yesterday, I did change my mind. Now these ones down the bottom, I want to give the illusion that it goes, oh, it's not going to, that one needed to be more. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's all right. No, it's going to work. It is going to work. I know what I did, what I was thinking. I'll put it there and then I'll come back. I'm giving the illusion that this is actually going up behind this plate here. But this plate has a square around it. Now, I did get glue everywhere on there, so let's get a cloth and wipe off the excess. It's always handy. And we'll do this. More glue everywhere, Ellie. Not doing very well today, am I? Now, just for ease of putting this together, I'm going to turn it around. We'll do these two middle ones to guide us, because they're going right to the edge. And then two more. You know, I haven't checked if I'm going live in the right place. That's a good thing. Good thing I am. Oh, I hadn't turned it. Oh, the volume off. Gee, I've mucked up, haven't I? Good morning, Liz. I'm glad you can join me this morning. Now, while that's drying, let's get this out. So this is our gift card. I haven't folded that quite right, but that'll do. And it's going in the middle here. Now, it is smaller, which is why these, I was going to make them bigger, but they'll work like that. I'll put them, I'll make it look all right. She says, not knowing what she's talking about. And we'll put this up the top. And then we're going to pop this, and I'm going to hold it down flat. I'm going to put a fair bit of glue on it because it's going to be mucked around, or not mucked around, but opened and closed. Now, I have to make sure that the card can close, and it's a tad longer than I wanted, but that'll be fine. Now, just to hold it closed for a minute, I'm going to pop that there. And while that's there, I know this is going on the back of the card so we can write on it. So I know I need a piece of white cardstock to fit on top of that. So let's cut a piece. We know that that's 13. What did we do? We did 13 and a half. No, we did 14, isn't it? 14 we did, because it's 14 and a half. Yes. So we want this to be 13 and a half. And we want it to be 9 centimetres. So that's going on the back of that. But I want to decorate that piece. So I'm going to take this piece, and you can see I've already been cutting bits out. I've done most of the fussy cutting, but I wanted to show you how I'm going to do this. I'm going to have a piece of this on the side of the card. So I'm just going to quickly cut this out like so. I don't know if I want that leaf or not, but we'll keep him for the minute. And this is going to go up here. What I might do is cut the leaf here so I only have one leaf going through, or maybe there. So I'm just going to trim along, fussy cut, because there's no stamps that match this. I'm using the flowers in this paper. And I have fussy cut a few out already, but I did want you to see, first of all, it is easy to fussy cut. And this is how I done these side panels or panels of flowers together. I've just cut around the outer ones. And we'll go in here. Now I'm going to keep this leaf, but I'm going to cut it there. So I've just cut it at the stem. We'll pull all that off. So that's just going to sit here. Now I could, in fact I just might, because I just want to. I shouldn't. I hadn't planned to do this, but I just feel that this is going to make it look so nice. Just going to grab out a blend brush. I've got a clean one. I know that's going to be sort of in here. Can we get that? I think this needs a bit more oomph on it. Now I'm doing the messier bits behind where the flower's going to be. So this is just going to give it, there's a bit of a mess there, but that's all right. There's no mistakes in card making. And I'm not too fussed how much is on there or not. It's a bit pale in spots, but I'm going a bit darker down there. A bit more up here. It's better to build your layers slowly, although I try to do it fast and I make a mess, especially when I'm doing it live. That looks a bit better. And just because I just want something to balance it a bit, I'm going to put a bit on this corner. And then so you don't get that blue everywhere, give it a quick wipe. So we'll just glue that on there like so. And that's going to give it just a little bit of a softening effect. We'll glue that down onto there. And we'll take our cardstock. And of course, this is your page you write on. So by having that bit of blue there, you can still write on it where that blue is, but it just, I don't know, it makes it look nicer, I think. There you go, doing things on the run. Now let's have a look at our card. So we've got all our pieces there. We're going to glue this. This is playing up. Glued something in the wrong spot. That one looks like it's wrong, is it? No, it's that one. Oh well, we just do that. I'm just pushing it flat. It's bent it. What we could do is I'll just cut it. It's not straight now, but it'll work. Now it'll fold. You just do it on the fly, don't you, if it doesn't work out properly. So this goes on here. Now, while all that dries together, I need to cut out some bits for the front. So, actually we might turn this the other way so we've got a bit of an idea. Now we've done 2.7 on there. I'm going to take these little pieces and I've got notes. I do have notes of measurements, but we've changed them slightly. Okay, it's going to need to be 2.5 by 4 centimetres because they were 4.5. So let's cut 4 centimetres. And 2.5, 2.5. So we have 1, 2, 3. I need 4 of them. So we need to cut another one. We'll do it. So I want 4 that size, or that colour. And then I'm going to, if I've got any of this cut, I may not have, I might have used it all. I want to do the same with this. I need 4 of these. So we'll cut it at 4. And we want 4 at 2.5. So we've got our little tops done. Now for these pieces, I have cheated slightly. Where did I put it? Yeah. Well, not cheated. I've already cut out a piece of white cardstock from the front. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but that has been embossed. This is one of the new embossing folders that's coming out. It is called Beautiful Pattern Embossing Folder. It is a 3D one, although it doesn't say it on the label. But when I went to use it, you can only use it as a 3D one through the machine. So, yes, you can sort of just see. It's beautiful, and I thought we'd use that so that we can have a look at it. I've also used for words the 12 Days of Christmas Advent calendar stamp set, because I wanted for someone extra special and birthday wishes. So we will use those words too. So I've got that piece done, ready to go on the front. Now, I think that's going to be, it's a little bit smaller, but it'll do. We're going to make it do. So I'll do the same on the inside, which I've made it 9 by 7. So the other piece I want to use is, and let me find it, is this piece. Now, I want a bit of this. So what did I say it was? 9. Oh, hang on. I want to put it on here too, and this is bigger. So I want one here and one here. So this is, I need 9.5. And then I can cut the other one down. So 9.5. And I need a piece 6.5 to go here. And I'm going to, oh, look what I've done. I've glued it upside down. I didn't look, and I've glued it upside down. Can we get it off and redo this? Dear me. I'm going to have to try this. This is how you try and fix mistakes. One of the things I've learnt over the years, this little tool is invaluable when you need to get something off that you've glued. It will, as long as you don't wreck the edge of the blue, if it takes a little bit of the navy card with it from underneath, that's not a problem because it'll get covered up again, as long as it doesn't go too deep. And I put lots of glue on, if you remember, saying we need to hold this down well. Well, I have. Oh, Ellie, what did you do? Just going to try and tear it off now that I've got it round the edges off. It's taken a fair bit of the Night of Navy cardstock. In fact, it's taken quite a lot. But it'll be right because we've got the other bit on the back. Right, can we start that piece again? Sorry, folks. It does look a mess, doesn't it? But it'll be covered up. So let's grab a piece of Night of Navy again. Not Night of Navy, Balmy Blue. We want it to be just under 10 centimetres, so 10.8. And we want it to score at 7.14 and cut at 19. Go over there for a minute while we get this set up again. So we're folding this here and here. Let's hold this down. I'm trying to hurry now and it's making a mess. will put weight on it. I want to put this back onto the card. So that's the right way this time. I've got glue everywhere on my fingers because I've been holding it. And let's put this on it. Clean my fingers up. I don't think I've done any of my cards without ever making a mistake. That's life. Now I know it's 7 centimetres, and I took I've done it shorter by 2, is it? Yes. So that's going to be 5. So I want it 4.5. And this piece, what did I say? It was 7 centimetres, I think. I think so. It's the white piece. Got to get my mind around the shapes again. 7 centimetres by 9 centimetres. So this one's 7 centimetres by 9 centimetres. Okay. So I think we've got all the pieces, have we? I don't know anymore. Did we cut? We've cut, hang on, no we don't. We have that piece and we have those 2 pieces, but we need these 2 pieces. So they were this size, this width, because they're the same as those, but they are 2.5 centimetres. Be easier if I go from this side over to that one. 2. So, if I'm right, we can start gluing bits on. That should be stuck, hopefully. We still have our beautiful back page with a mark on it. So let's start gluing. We'll glue the middle line first. Where did I throw the glue? Over here. Oh gosh, I couldn't believe that. Yes, I can. So that goes there for the front. That one goes there. And that one goes there. Right. We'll let those dry. So, as I said, I just keep putting things on. Now my pattern along here is the outer one, 2 have this. And this one's got to go over there, and these 2 go here. Now, I like to match up patterns if I can. That one's going to match, and that one's going to match. So we'll do that one there, and that one there. And I'm missing one. It's probably underneath somewhere. Where we'll... Oh, no. One, yeah, I'm missing that one, aren't I? We'll get to it. We'll find it. Let's start putting some of these on. It will work, I promise you. I've made a mess of everything, but it will work. Yeah, the blues are beautiful. This paper is gorgeous. let's put that over there for a minute and let that stick. That one's not very straight. That looks a bit better. Now we can glue some of these on. Now gluing them right down to the top or the bottom where this line is because I'm wanting to give the illusion that this is a card piece that's navy piece on top, and it's cutting through these pieces here. You know, some of these, oh, look at that, that's shifted. Oh, Ellie. Yeah, just have to pretend it's straight. Oh, it might come up. It is coming up. Now, I'm missing a piece. I'm just looking to see if I can see it. It'll turn up. We'll keep going. It will turn up. We'll just look under here. No. Did it slide under here? No, but that piece did. Oh, well, we'll pop that over there and we'll do this end piece. So this end piece again, do they line up? Yes, like that. So we'll put this at the bottom. It doesn't really matter, but sometimes the illusion of the eye, it looks good. Oh, I didn't cut the edge off this. That doesn't matter. It's going to go like that now. These are too wide for the base. But that doesn't matter. We're just going to make it work. And then in here, where we've got our little flap, and it does fit, our card does fit in here. Card, I'm going to pop this, and I haven't cut a piece that I need for the top of that. I want a piece out of which paper? Which paper? Where did that paper go? This paper. No, not that paper. Oh, I haven't used one of the papers. This isn't the right paper. We'll put something on top. I've missed one of the papers. Where is it gone? This paper. It's sitting in front of me and I didn't even notice it. Oh, that's all right. We will... Can we get that off? Doing well here, folks. If I can get it off, I can cut the piece to size that we need. We need it, well, we need it to be 9.5, and then I need to cut it down to those bits. 9.5. We'll get there. And that's 7, so this has to be 6.5. And I'm actually going to make these a bit longer. Oh no, make them 2.5. 2.5. So we'll cut a 5. Then we're going to cut off 0.5 centimetre so they fit. And then we're going to cut it at 2.5, which is cut it in half. Believe it or not, we are getting close to finish. And there's our missing piece. I knew it would turn up. Right. Let's get these glued on. That goes So we'll glue these on. That looks better. And that goes there. And there's a bit of red nail polish that's got on there, so can we scrape that off? No. And this one goes in here, so it looks like it's part of the top when you open it. There is a method in my madness. And then this one goes up here. Okay. So I've done all that. What else have I got here to decorate? I've got some flowers I've cut out. Let's bring all these over. And I need to also do some greetings. So this flower is going to mimic the back, so it's just going on like that. Now I want that to dry, so I'm going to pop my block over there. Come on. So that's just going there, like so. Now, to do my front piece, I need to stamp some words. And I'm just going to get some little pieces of cardstock. And have I got a very thin piece in here? This is my odds and ends, and sometimes I have exactly what I need. Here's something that will work. Now for the greetings, I would like to have a piece that is 4.5 by 6.5, and that's perfect. So I want 4 by 6. Is that wide enough? Oh, just Ellie. You can be lucky sometimes. 4 by 6. Now, while that's all drying, let's stamp our greetings. On this one, right on the side, I'm stamping for someone extra special. And on this one, again to the end of the strip, I'm stamping birthday wishes. Now, this one will get glued onto here. Come on. You're a brand new glue, you can do it. So we'll just stick this one on like so. Now, these flowers, I've got one that's going in there. 1, 2, 3 flowers here. I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals on them. Because I want them to stand up. I'm going to put some dimensionals. Let's get the, oh no, we will need that, so I can leave that for a sec. Just cut some of that off, and we're going to pop a few dimensionals along here. Right. We'll glue this one onto here. Should be in the middle actually, Ellie. And we're going to glue this flower on with it. Look, that's it's not my day today. That's gotten twisted. Some days you wonder why. And I'm just going to glue this flower on like so. So let's put that on there to settle while we sort out this side. Now, before I go any further with this side, I need to work out roughly where these flowers are going, and the first one that's going down will be this one. Let's get these dimensionals off. Need my point. This one's going down on the corner here. So this one's going to have to go about there. Because I want this coming out of the flowers. So let's put this one on. I know we've gone well over time, but we'll be finished in a minute. I think it will go on top there. And this one can come out of this flower. So it only needs one dimensional over that side. We might put a dab of glue here just to hold it onto there. And then we've got these leaves. So I'm going to glue the leaves on underneath. There's probably enough glue on that. Go. Trying not to get too much, but it's not cooperating so well. So that can come out of there. This is the last piece, folks. We are there. We have finally done it. And this can come out of here. Now you could add some gems to it. You could add Winter Stella. There's a lot of things you could do to bling it up, but I thought it was pretty good as it was. So let's have a look at it. This is the card that they'd received. And then they would open it up like so. And then in here is their gift card. Now you could have put a white piece there with a message, or you've got over the back to write. And it's folds like that. So it's a fancy fold card. It is fairly thick, okay? But I have reduced it. I did do, as I said, I did one yesterday. This is a lot thicker. I actually ended up, this was done with mats placed on top, and I felt it was just too thick. In fact, it's quite solid without the gift card. It would be nearly a centimetre. So I reduced it down by doing these sneaky little cuts along the side here. And therefore I didn't need, well, there was 3 extra mats in it. So it was 3 extra card widths wider. So that will fit in an envelope. And I just think it's something pretty. I really liked it. I thought it was something that you could give to someone special on their birthday. And I love this paper, and I loved how this shows off the paper. And when it's sitting like that on their desk or table, it's a really pretty card to look at. So that's my card for today. Let's come back up to me. Oh, it did it for me. I hope you enjoyed that. I know it's a little bit longer than I expected. I'm sorry about that. I actually thought I would be a bit shorter, but I did make a boo-boo of putting my gift card holder upside down, which, listen, I made a few boo-boos today. Must be tired, must be needing a break for Christmas. Oh, well, we'll get there. So hopefully you have a wonderful Christmas. Enjoy the festivities. Hopefully you can use some of your creative flair to decorate your table or your tree or whatever you're interested in decorating. I'm going to be finishing this. I've got a couple more presents to wrap and I'm finished, ready for Christmas. And then I'm going to be playing with all the new stuff. And the new catalogue is coming out. I can show you a copy of it. It is fabulous. I haven't had a play with anything out of it yet. This is the new catalogue. It is fabulous. So hopefully you're going to get your hands on one of these. If you don't have a demonstrator and you need to get a copy of the catalogue, believe me, you need this catalogue, give me a hoy and I will organise to get you one. All right, have a lovely, lovely Christmas, and I will be back next Saturday and we will play with something out of the new catalogue. All right, and don't forget, if you spend $125 or more in one purchase, you too can get these blues papers, the True Blue Florals. Now, when they're sold out, they said they're sold out. So jump in quick if you love these blue papers. They are beautiful. I do like the blues, and not the blues emotionally, but the blue paper. And I do like having a play with something new and different. So I look forward to seeing you all in a week. But I know we're all going to have a wonderful Christmas. Stay safe if you're driving or travelling, and look after each other. Take care, my friends. Have a good Christmas. Bye-bye.